Allow me to set the stage. The year is 2020X. Humanity has been enslaved by an alien force known as the Combine, after a war that only lasted 7 hours. All hope seems lost, but then, one day, a man appeared. A man that will set all of humanity free. That man's name is Gordon Freak James Hawksworth.
You twat!
Hey there, I'm Koo. If you know anything about me, you don't, is that I love Payday. Even if the game has had a bit of a, let's just say, falling off in the past few months. But hey, Update 7 seems to finally give the game the resurgence it needed. But we're not here for that, are we? What you also don't know about me is that I love Half-Life. I'm a pretty late bloomer to both series. I got Half-Life in late 2020 and I got Payday the Heist in late 2022. But that's besides the point that I love these games equally. Which begs the question, what if I beat Half-Life 2 using the mechanics of Payday? Here are the rules. Number 1, I have to beat the entirety of Half-Life 2 from start to finish. There's no skipping. I cannot skip a single chapter or a single part of a chapter. Rule number 2, I am not allowed to use Half-Life 2 weapons. I can only use M9K weapons. Why? Because jealously I like the weapon pack. However, there's an exception to this rule. The grenades, the gravity gun to clear props, and the RPG to take down gunships. There are minor exceptions to this rule too, like the gun on the mud skipper or the tow cannon on the car, or the jeep, whatever the fuck you call it, I don't. Rule number 3, I can only use 2 weapons from M9K weapons pack, 1 primary, 1 secondary. However, SMGs count as both primary and secondary. Yes, Payday the Heist and Payday 2 both consider them as secondary. But let's not forget that Payday 3 considers them as primary. So if I use an SMG, the next weapon I choose can either be primary or secondary. Also, I'm not allowed to use the minigun or Davy Crockett. That's a given. I can spawn any deployable I want, but if I do, I can only spawn 2 per chapter. The only exception is FAKs, which I can spawn up to 14. Team AIs are allowed, but if I spawn them, I have to get all 3 of them all the way to the end of the chapter unless I die. Which brings us to the next rule. If I die, I will have to restart the entire chapter. This is to imitate the Payday fail state. As you know, if you fail a Payday heist, you will be sent back to the main menu, unless you're playing Payday 3. But, you know, Payday the Heist and Payday 2. Finally, I cannot change my loadout. Unless I enter a new chapter or restart the current chapter I'm on, I cannot change the loadout, meaning all the guns I have will be locked. So if I have a really crappy gun, I'm gonna be locked with that unless I die or I enter a new chapter. Oh, and let's not forget the mods I'll be using. Number 1, the M9K weapons pack, obviously. Number 2, armor regeneration mod, with the settings adjusted to match Payday 2 and Payday the Heist armor regeneration system. Number 3, Payday 2 mini HUD for aesthetics. And number 4, we have Payday 2 deployables. Since you know, we're going to be needing a lot of medic bags. Oh, and we cannot forget our knight in not so shining armor, the Payday 2 SNPCs. Just in case things get a little too heated out there.